Family, this spiritual connection is so real. And it became crystal clear to me as God was supping with me this morning as I was drinking my tea. And that great I am from within said to me, baby, you was right. 144,000 on 3. And a brother said to me, that's straight cap. Ain't no 144,000 cut off in 1973. Well, if you're going to be the mothers or fathers of this here earth, well, those was those last beings. And see, our elders, I'm not given permission to say the year, you see. I don't know it, so I can't speak about what I don't know. And then there's a chosen generation under me that are going to be the spiritual children in this here body. And there is not going to be any dividing. God is going to position us 2 by 2, you see, for every generation are chosen out of the 3. See, there you go, those chosen out of the 3. Yeah, we're talking about man. And the way that man was is about to come to its end. Bye. 666 is a 9. End of the line, baby. Now, what is happening is kingdom spouses, yes, they are a real thing. Read Ephesians 5:22. The word tell you, I'm telling the truth. Because 2 by 2 in these generations, we going to come together. And this is the rebuilding of God's nation. The chosen to do what they're chosen to do on their station. They've been commanded to speak to man at the foundation of creation. And that in the time that they should stop being deaf, dumb, and blind. Open their eyes and realize that inside of us is a true and living God. And when we come together with who we're supposed to be, then we become activated, whole God body beings. And you can't deny the magnetism between you and who you're supposed to be with. I don't care who you fixed yourself up with along the way, you see. And I don't care how many concubines or friends you picked up and you've had before. But this ain't then. This is the rebuilding of the Most High's kingdom. It's not going to go the way no fallen people say. It's going to go in the order that the Most High is commanding, okay? Now, me, I'm one of the mothers of this here earth. And God had to use a powerful spiritual tool to show me my worth. And he had to expose me in those videos I was making so that the world can see my dirt. Because if all you could perceive of me is the way I am when I'm in the full power of me, well, then you would think I was just trying to be better. So God allowed me to show you the worst of me. Ranting and raving and cussing, you see. Acting kind of like a reduced body being. Yes, those were the lessons for me. So that I can judge myself and discern the buffoonery. The things that took me off my track with my own eyes, I would have to look at and see. Tell myself the truth. And if I did not do it, well, then I would never be able to occupy the position God has given me. But it is because I'm willing to be as transparent and honest can be with me, that the Most High has chosen me as a mother of this here earth, you see. Giving me authority. Also told me to and form the body. That them contracts don't stand in me. And so all of those who find themselves in God have life. And from those old contracts and those old bonds, you are free. See, I thank God that now that he got me where he want me to be, had to knock me down a few pegs. I mean, God had to humble me. Had to let me live out my God fetish. I mean, he let me live out the whole fantasy. Because there is no way I can stand in a position of authority and I still got an actor inside of me. And so he said, baby, act as bad as you want to be. Be as bad as you think you could be. Hell, run around here and even act like you me. But I promise you, the moment that you step into your divinity and you come in contact with authority, you're going to recognize just who is me. You're going to sit your ass down, realize that I place knowledge right in front of you. And if you are wise, you're going to do what knowledge tell you to do. And the one that come into my dreams, you see, the one who God allowed to see me naked spiritually, nobody can act like they're that being. Only the one that knows what they can see. Realizes that, yup, that's her. That's the one I've been waiting to see. Fitted cap and everything. Because I was going to come the way God said we was going to be. And by way of the Most High, I came up out of the muck and the mire, you see. On the fact that I wasn't worth a mother father's thing. Because I allowed just anything to cover me. Stepped outside of my divinity, you see, by choice, because my whole life God protected me. Made provisions when it wasn't no way for me to have a goddamn thing. See, this is my real testimony. This ain't no testimony. Like I told you, the day it come up out of me, I'm going to tell you every goddamn thing. You going to understand why I'm qualified to do this here thing. Because when I expose what this world took me through, you're going to understand the way I stood. And I stood in love too. And those that had eyes to see will tell you that I'm telling the truth. And I ain't stretching a mother father's thing. I am that I am. I'm going to be all of me. Like I tell anybody, I ain't all of God. But all of God is absolutely me. But I understand that when it's the right man, God absolutely got a covering that I'm going to absolutely be following because I'm in the order of the Most High God, you see. I don't step out of order trying to be bigger than I can be. But in me, I'm going to be all I'm supposed to be. I'm going to stand 10 toes down as strong as God made me to be. And just know, no matter how masculine my identity may appear to be, it is because right now the great I am is the thing that's covering me. But when that knowledgeable man come, stand over me and say he want to take my hand from me, baby, you're going to see me be as docile could be. But while I'm in this wilderness, living as a trife man's wife, wonder if I'm going to escape this thing with my fucking life. I'm going to stand up in all of this masculinity because I'm prepared to fucking fight. And God know if anybody was to take my soul tonight, I know that every second I fought for this here life. But what I'm not going to do, you see, is step my ass out of order. Because I know it's the Most High who orders the steps of me. And I don't care how no man want me to be. If it's not the way God say I'm supposed to be, I'm not going to step out of my place and be something I'm not supposed to be. I am a whole wife. My husband's job is to take care of me. And I'm not going to apologize for expecting that to happen, okay? Because guess what? No matter what he said, I'm in here doing my part even when he don't want to give me. Everything I got, I make sure I do what I'm supposed to. But what the Most High tell me to do every day is you make sure you do something for you. Do not rob yourself. Because I did not allow your hand to go in marriage. That you would have to reduce yourself. But that you would abide with a man who would abide in me. And because that man abides with me, you have his covering. You have his love, you see. But you got these people that's out here acting like they men of God. But men of God, they could not be. If you ain't loving me like Christ, you can't say you of God. So how I'm going to treat you like something you ain't even trying to be? You want me to be better to you than you are to me? And then want me to grovel and beg because you take care of me? Sir, that is the job description of husband, you see. And if you do not want the assignment, you can get your ass the fuck away from me. My God, I promise you, he will always provide for me. And if you don't want to be here, guess what? I know he got a kingdom spouse that's waiting for me. Ephesians 5:22 tell me clearly. And so at the end of the day, I don't care what no person who don't know say. Because we all are prone to ignorance on any given day. I'm wise enough to know that I follow knowledge lead. I promise you, it's by way of knowledge that I even got these eyes to see. And I acknowledge publicly the one that gives knowledge to me. Listen, I thank you, Father, for giving me eyes to see. I recognize my place in God. I recognize my place in humanity. And so, yes, without hesitation, I say yes. And I don't care how much degradation they tried to bring to this life situation. See, it's only a chosen few, you see, but God got a whole generation of children. And they all just waiting for me. This God's kingdom being rebuilt, family. This ain't got nothing to do with what we used to be in. Now, if we coming out from amongst them, then all that stuff that used to be, well, shake that stuff off because it has nothing to do with me. God is saying to his body emphatically, it's time for us to break free from this thing. He has provided us a way of escape, gave us everything we need. Right now, we need to figure out how we going to get this money together and get it over there to New Breed. Because he got that 110 acres and he trying to build for the body, for the 12 tribes, you see. Trying to make sure it's a place for us to land when this thing get crazy. So I'm putting my chips behind the one that's doing what God say do. Not the ones that's acting like they got control over something and all they want to do is control you. At the end of the day, I said the day I see a leader, I'm going to follow, you see. I can recognize with my clear eyes the leader, New Breed.